I believe that it should be legal. I think at the top of the list is that you would know what you're getting at that point rather than buying it off the street from just someone that you don't know. And I think that's important for the younger generation who don't consider that when they're buying their recreational drugs. So for me as a parent, you know, if my kids are using it anyway, I would want them to know where they're getting it.
In a way, it's a good idea for people who need it, like for different stuff. I can't think of it right now. But then again, it's not good. People do stupid stuff to get it, or, you know.
Well, personally, I think that legalizing it has more benefit than keeping it illegal. I mean, I don't use it personally, but you know, science has proven and history's proven time and time and time again that you can't overdose on it. It's not addictive. I mean, I don't know, it might give you the feel-good sense or whatever, but I don't recall ever seeing somebody smoke marijuana or whatever. They go out here and start robbing stores demanding pain pills or breaking it down or assaulting people. I mean, it's science has proven it kills cancer cells. It has more benefit than it does, you know, harm.
Well, as a health nut, I'm not into that sort of thing, but I don't know enough information on it to give an answer pro or con. And I think we just need research, and I don't know anyone that's medically having to have it, so I can't really comment on one way or the other.
I think it should be supported fully because I think people will try to get it no matter what. And I think when you're talking about supporting it medically, you know, you kind of have to have a condition to support that. I don't think you can walk into a doctor's office and say, you know, I need marijuana. I think you have to show that you have a medical reason for it. Whereas if it was just already legal, that wouldn't be an issue.
I'm all for it. I don't think that it would harm anybody, and we don't really understand the big fuss.
I think legalizing marijuana would be good for North Carolina in the retail industry, the production industry, and the warehouse and like building facilities, raising tax money, revenue towards education, possibly rehab centers for opiate problems, so they could go into healthcare, streets. Basically, there's a lot of funding that would come out of that.
I think alcohol does a lot more, has the potential to do a lot more damage than marijuana does. I think you should not drive or operate heavy equipment or anything. You should not be impaired if you're going to be driving. But recreationally, I don't have a problem with it.
I'm in favor of it for the fact that if they're selling it anyway, the government, or they should tax it. Let's tax it, make the money off of it. I would never smoke marijuana because I don't believe it's that safe. It's like smoking a cigarette, but same dangers, okay? But there's so much illegal selling of it anyway, so let's make money, let the government make money of it, let's benefit from it that way.
And as far as the, the stigma of it, it's being less and less, and it's being seen more as a positive for medical, like Parkinson's and things like that. So I think it'd be good. Western North Carolina was tobacco. That's a leaf that causes lung cancer. So that's my opinion. Tobacco is legal. Why not cannabis?
I believe that the only reason it's not legal is it would put some of these big pharmaceuticals, you know, to losing a lot of money. And the fact that I think the schedule of drug that it's classified as, it's a little bit ridiculous too. And not to mention it's a money maker too. I mean, the states that have legalized it they're not hurting, and no one's committing crimes, no one's driving, you know, impaired or, you know, acting crazy. I mean, I'm sure y'all are from this area. The pill epidemic around here is pretty bad.
Personally, as someone who struggles with anxiety and depression, I genuinely think that it helps. And a lot of people think that it's just because you want to get high and have a fun time, but it really does calm your nerves. And speaking from someone who, you know, has had many panic attacks and can sit there and just completely break down at the slightest thing that bothers me. You know, it really does calm me down. It's gotten to the point where, you know, I do go to therapy for it, and my therapist has, you know, said multiple times if it was legalized, you would have a prescription for it. It is something that she feels very strongly about, that she's like, you know, I have many patients who I believe could benefit from this, but it's illegal, and it's very sad that it's something that grows from the ground that we're not allowed to use because people abuse the right that they have.
I think we should do it. I think the state could benefit from the revenue, and you know, it has been proven that it's really not as harmful or the gateway drug that it has been made out to be. Like everything else, it has its, you know, dangers, and we should always apply balance, but absolutely, we should go for it. More good than harm.
I agree with legalizing it, one, because it can do things that prescription medication causes people to become addicted to and lose their lives, families, jobs. Marijuana has been around for many years, way before opioids became a big popular thing, and it didn't seem to have an effect on people like opioids and the stuff that we have going around now does. Of course, it should be regulated, but I don't find that there should be any problem with it.
I think it should be legal because, like, you can't, if people want to use something to relax, they should be allowed to use something to relax. People go home and drink alcohol. Marijuana is, I mean, it's not physically addicting. It's not harmless. Nothing's harmless, but you know, people should be allowed to choose their, pick their poison, so to speak. And the state can get a lot of tax money off it. Look at Colorado. I mean, they're just like rolling in the money. They don't even know how to spend the money from the tax dollars. And we waste a lot of money trying to control it.